Hello there, and welcome back to War Thunder. Today I'm in a German Tier 4 premium fighter that is the Focke-Wulf 190 D-13. In fact, this plane is the oldest premium that I have since I won it in an event 6 years ago. I didn't pay for it, I won it. And after this, the game just convinced me by being awesome in the early days to invest money. These days I wouldn't spend a dime on it. Nah, just no. However, I still try to get the summer event marathon done, the Operation Heat, and the planes missions after I fulfilled the bombing missions are get 18 kills, get 7 assists, or get 4 kills in one battle. And when you look at the battle results, when you look at how I get the kills later on, you might think that this plane is the best that there is. The kills look really easy, and I have to simply ask myself, how the hell is this situation still a thing? How does this plane still get the stuff done? Because I don't think that this plane is pretty good. Overall, it's not bad, but I have severe problems with the extremely weak elevator, and especially with the power creep that this plane has seen over the years. What I mean is that when this plane was first there, I didn't play it. I was afraid of the high battle ratings, you know, back in the days when the Me-262 was the highest of the feelings for the Germans. Yeah, those days. Now we have rank 6 premiums. What a beautiful world. Yeah, nevertheless, as you can see, I'm also using the replay because I didn't record this battle. The reason for that is why, well, I was AFK. I was listening to music, I was listening to a stream, and so for the first 5 minutes, I'm AFK climbing, and with the rest of the match, well, then there is intense action. So what I mean by the plane being bad, is it the armament? No, 3 20mm in the nose with a lot of ammunition and the famous mine shells that hit like a truck, that's really great. The roll rate is also great, but the rest of the plane is average to really bad. There are the issues with the rudder lock, there are the issues with the extremely weak elevator, especially at low speed maneuvers. And to keep the plane at high speed is only possible for a short amount of time. So you can enjoy the high speed maneuverability only when you are in a dive, and then it is still easy to avoid this, to bleed the speed of this plane. And also what people always praise, the defensive flying, which only works against unexperienced players, and experienced players just cuts down on the throttle and lets you bleed the speed, lets you roll all over the place up until there is no place left for you to do so. So this is the Focke-Wulf in a nutshell. So you might ask the question again, why then those planes have such a high win rate, why those planes have such a good kill to death ratio, why those planes are so effective even in the hands of mediocre players. Well, the simple explanation is German teams versus Allied teams. You look, German players instinctively know that they are lost in a 1 versus 1 situation versus a Spitfire, a P-47, a Corsair, hell, even a P-51, etc. So they are staying together, they are fighting as a team. And so you have many German players in a furball working together, and then there is also the mishandling of the planes of the Allied players and also the wrong plane choice. Look, RRB is mostly decided by who kills the entire enemy team first. That's just how it is, and fighters do this in the best way. And the thing that the Allied players very often do is that they're just picking lots of bombers that are undecisive. They are too slow, they don't have the bomb load, etc, etc. And then they get farmed easily because they have no fighter cover, because they are flying ahead of the fighters that first have to climb. Talking about the fighters, they are in a numerical disadvantage and very often are more diluted by then also ground attackers amongst them, and they are also then rather easy prey because they are low altitude, low speed, racking up the numbers, and so the German players have time to work over the remaining Allied players, the Allied fighters, and a lot of them have just given up internally. They just rely on losing, they rely on going in and strafing some ground units, and the few that really try and climb very often then also throw themselves into a head-on versus German planes. They just go into a multiple versus one. And look at this. Now I am in the optimal situation. I'm coming from above, 600, 700 kilometers per hour, and look at this kill. How is that a thing? How did I hit him? I massively underlet here. The same here with this Corsair. How did I hit him? This is not the replay, this is not the ping, this is no packet loss. This is at close range. Suddenly your guns turn into lasers. And this is now 2 kills, easy mode, right? 1 turn, 2 kills. And then there is this P-47 ground striking. And I'm coming from above, again with 700 kilometers per hour, and the game, the plane looks fast and powerful, and I just shoot and saw off his wing. 3 kills, like this. Napalm, what you're talking about? You just got 3 kills, easy mode. Yeah, easy mode, yes, because, you know, allied players. And now I try to regain altitude, and I need to convert my speed into altitude, potential energy. And there are fighters above me, but there is nothing that I can do about me. I would love to have a snack. I would love to have a go at this B-24. But as it turns out, I have other issues. There is an SO-8000 Narval. It is faster, it has twice the amount of guns. We both go into head-on, we both shoot at each other, we both roll out of the way, and then he tries to roll in, so does I. And how did I hit that one? Did you see that little lag? That was also there in the original match. How did I kill this guy? I have no idea. It's those split seconds where you know, due to my years of playing this game, I know what should happen. I know how the situations evolve, and yet I'm still amazed on how did I get those 4 kills? I have no idea. So that was just me AFK climbing for 5 minutes, just making one little swoop on unexpected allied players, and I got all the kills. And this is one of those tactics of the Germans. Just let a rookie get in, just let some of the more unexperienced players get in first. They bind the activity of the allied fighters, you then just swoop down, you get the easy kills, and voila, you suddenly have 4 kills. By the way, that's one task fulfilled. Then there is also the other P-47, and he is now turning away. He just came from the airfield. Again, look at this, Focke-Wulf 190 Anton coming in. And he is going in aggressively. And I think to myself, well, I will never catch him, so let's just put the nose up into the sky. And let's just, well, retain altitude, gain altitude for the rest of the match. And then again, I go AFK. I go AFK and I think to myself, well, either he will die in the AAA or he just will win the fight versus the P-47. Little did I know. So then behind me there is a fight of another Focke-Wulf with another P-47. If you have a look at the minimap just behind my arrow symbol. And again, I'm AFK for a minute or so. And when I come back, the situation is a bit different. Yeah, there is the P-47 in the sky above me. So it was a smart decision to get back to altitude. Now, one of the missions is getting kill assists, and that system at the moment is broken as all hell. And you set bombers on fire, you crit them, you double crit them, and then you don't get the kills. Here, head on with the P-47N, he misses all his shots except 2 that damage my fuselage, and immediately I feel the plane getting heavy from the undecisive damage. He burns, and then just as I turn away, his fire went out. And I'm like really pissed off at this moment, because when I get set on fire, I burn through. But he is mortally wounded, and so I try to help out the Focke-Wulf that is now pursued by a P-47. How did that happen? Nevertheless, I shoot here, saw off the wing, and then I finish him off. And that's my ace, just like this. Then out of the blue, quite literally, there comes another P-47 and he gets his wing shot off for his trouble. This is something that I also don't understand. Allied players that made their way to the skies and then they're just throwing themselves out of frustration into head-ons. That is just something that I despise. The last player on the enemy team, there you can see his engine is dead and the rest of my team is still very much alive, or the majority, and there he crashes, giving me the 6th kill. Now let's be honest, it looks so easy in this plane sometimes, but the majority of battles end up that I lose the very first fight, that I'm too aggressive. Now, while there are certain aspects, certain points that could be made, like I'm too aggressive, even in many situations where I try to play smartly, lean back and just wait with patience, it doesn't pay off. Very often I miss most of my shots, and so in this battle I wanted to show you how it can go when it works. A lot of people think that German planes are the best, and here are the results. 155,000 civilians, 15,000 of them, so roughly 10%, are due to the Hero of the Sky and the Survivor Award, which is always nice, and 14,500 RP is also very welcome. Would be massively more if I would research actually anything, so that is a good result. And as you can see, I was also first in team, with over 4,100 score points. So that was a really nice battle. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you don't mind that the first half of the game was really nothing. It looks so easy, and this is one of the positive examples of German fighter team gameplay that I wanted to present to you, and it was just a coincidence that I profited from it. So that's it for me today. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give a like with it, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see each other on the waves, on the battlefields, and in the skies of War Thunder.